त्र्यंबकम यजामहे सुगंधिम पुष्टिवर्धनम उर्वारुकनान् मृत्युर्मुक्षेमामृतात्. Feel the mantra flowing through you. We are all connected together as one heart right now. So being connected at a level of heart, we have a common intention, and the intention is to spread love, because love is what it heals all our diseases, all our sadness, all our small things in life are born out of the feeling that we do not have adequate love. And this feeling of having inadequate love will show up as a desire for money, for more sex, for more, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if you convince yourself that you have enough love in your life, you will be healed. But most people on the planet are very insecure. And that is why you see all these ups and downs and people doing weird things for money and really very, very strange time. Just I try to give this example, but some artist drew an ape. You can look it up in the Google, and it costed $375 million, a digital ape that can be copied, etc. It's all over. But it goes with a certificate that this particular ape is the only particular ape. This first copy is unique. So it goes with a certificate, and the certificate, if when you take a look at it, is exactly like the crypto certificate that this money is there, when it's not there. It's just a ABCD and numbers, a long string, more than 112. And that's your crypto money. That's the license. That's the certificate for this. And a lot of people stop thinking that there is balance or karma on the planet. And I'll explain. I used to run a business for 9 years. So, and I had a small business in Russia also. But business meant that you invested money, you did some work, and then there was a delta. There was more money or less money at times. And then you were considered to be in business. And there was a huge amount of effort, but it was also luck. Now you have it is called crypto millionaires and even billionaires. And when you are interviewed, they usually say entrepreneur. It's just the French word for businessman. But it sounds French and this. But in reality, I was also surprised that how is it that everyone is fascinated with money and how it grows and how some people touch it and it grows, etc. And then I saw that there was a lot of karma involved in it. And I'm going to explain that. Today's theme is karma and helping people who have got breast cancer. And they are correlated. In our world of meditation, everything is correlated and related. So it's not so much of a thing. But most of the people who got the crypto and these ETFs, etc., in place is how crypto grew up. So why and how you have to understand, and then you'll see the karma connection. So on the internet, if I steal your information or I get to what is known as ransomware, and I'm an IT specialist, so I know what I'm talking about in this domain at least. The others I may be faking. But in the world of ransomware, if suddenly your computer with all its data is frozen up and you get to pay this much amount of money, and if you pay by bank or Visa to these cyber criminals, It can be recalled. Visa transaction within 90 days can be recalled. So there came up a component on the illegal web, which is you have the internet for everyone, and then there is a part of internet that is not advertised. So that is known as basically a darknet, and most of the times it is used. So it is just like the internet, but it is not advertised to the whole world. So that is called darknet, and you need a special browser which you can. And then in this darknet, you can sell anything and anyone, and there is no control because all the addresses of the computers are hidden, and it's based on a trust. And now on this dark web, if you pay to the criminals, that money can never be. So they came up a convention that we are going to be using what is going to be a conventional algorithm, and it's called crypto money. And because money is only as strong as the trust factor, all the drug dealers, all the criminals, they came together and say, okay, you give me 100 of this and I'll give you 100. You give me 100, let's say, hours of, let's say, a relationship material or something that you have stolen, and I'll give you 100. Uh, Conventionally, I'll give you 100 grams of, let's say, drugs and all that. So it became a huge marketplace. The one of the first websites where it was traded on the darknet was even called the Silknet, and it made like billions of dollars, not millions, billions of dollars had a turnover because all the criminals were used. Now, a lot of times when they started to have this convention, which was around 15 years ago, that we are going to be using a currency that we are going to think up backed with a mathematical algorithm, and we are going to be using it for exchange on the darknet of illegal favors. And a lot of time it was bought. So a lot of teenagers bought it. That with $200 or $500 of this, in the future I'll be buying pot and this, etc. So teenagers who were 15 to 18, they borrowed $200, $500, and they bought. And then this $200, $500 became 70,000. I know of people, and everyone knows. So I was really struck that how is it that the teenagers were able to see how this money is going to be growing? And then I did some analysis, and then I thought, oh, okay. So the drug addicts who had bought this crypto money to buy drugs and favors and various things, they had bought the initial crypto money to be selling. And then when people like Elon Musk, etc., said, oh, it's a very good algorithm and I'm going to be investing in it, then it picked up. And the moment it went up, then it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it just kept, when the corporate world get on, they saw it, no one really understand because the algorithm, but people started investing, thinking that they are businessmen. Now, businessman used to mean that you buy some trade or tools and you did some work, and then with that you created something, you made cheese, milk, whatever, and then there was a product and you sold it. And now this became about, in our age, it's about fast gratification. So you spend some money, then you relax and you wait for it to grow. So now it is about investment. But in reality, there is almost no place that you can invest in. There is no place. Unless like you think that housing market is going up, etc. But there are internal scams happening everywhere. But people are being taken for this that quick rich thing, and they forget that there are karma factors behind it. Always, whenever people have a desire and make an effort, you are going to get irrational responses. One time you will have a person who has a willpower and a path and a mentor and this and that, and the whole universe is coming together to help him, let's say, make money. Because everyone thinks that if someone has made money, did something, and he made lots of money, then that is my role model, and that is where I want to be. And they disregard then, because the path towards money is going to be slightly immoral, always. Money can come to any one of you, but there will be something about big money that will be there that will force you to go for small compromises. And then those compromises will affect your value system. And once your value system is gone, then your taste of life is absolutely gone. You would you would be with a lot of money, you can have a lot of sex. True, no relationship. Even if you have someone who looks upon you, oh my God, you made so much amount of money, you must be brilliant. No, some karma came back and hit you on the head with that huge amount of money, so that now you don't have relationships, because you are always going to be thinking, maybe this person is with me and maybe this person is with my money. And it can be both ways. It can be the person can be with you and with your money. And for most of the people, money is not money. Money is a symbol of security. So you would attract, with your huge amount of money, which presumably you got, other people, but you will not have a relationship, because there is more, there is less, there are expectations, and people think that because you have more money, then you are better. And I used to suffer, and maybe for a long time did, and maybe even now. When I was in Russia or India, I would meet people who have got American passports, and I would look at them with like through a golden prism, that these people are really well off. And a lot of times, losers from America, technically, no one is supposed to be a loser, but losers from America and would be coming to Russia and India, and they would be treated like royalty. And that was always the way. If you know how the British work, the really rich people never left London. When you go to London, you will understand why. And the rest of the world, which was colonized by the second sons, by the people who did not have enough money, who were forced to go to other places, which were, imagine you are an Englishman, you love the hustle bustle of London, the news, etc. And then you're shunted off to places where there is nothing, or the locals are there and you don't respect. And even if they treat you like royalty, big deal, big deal. Most of the people who created colonies were always pining for the capital of the country from which they had gone off to. There might be exceptions, but very few. To an extent that when you go all over the world, the cities and the capitals are named after London places. I live near in North York. When you go to the London, you see the real York, etc. It's always in India. You have in the center, you have Connaught Place, etc. When you go to the center of London, you see all these things are from them, because they pined. They went away to different parts, but they were the losers. The really rich, they had a grand time in the society, because you need to have fun and to be able to show it. And you had a society which was called sparkling, it's a Piccadilly and all of that. And it's also an illusion. But the point is that you can make lots of money. It can be karma. In fact, it is going to be karma. Karma is always going to look irrational. It's not going to be giving you a comfort of, oh my God, because most of the people have got history about karma, that karma was a bitch and she came back and did something wrong to the person who had done something wrong. So you feel validated, you feel that there is a balance. But karma is much more than that. Most of the time, in the commentaries on the internet or anywhere, or it's they are all about karma being acts that you have done and for which you pay, sometimes in the next life. So Vysotsky had a song, if you live like a pig, the next life you're going to be like a pig, or you're going to be an exact pig, which is literally the first line of interpretation of karma. So you reap whatever you sow. So what's big about that? Okay. But karma is irrational on the surface. So you will see that people who wanted to buy marijuana for $500, suddenly they became millionaires when each crypto coin went up to 70,000. Where's the rational in that? No rational. The guy wanted, he's a teenager, his mind is still not made up. He's now recognized, oh my God, he's a businessman, entrepreneur. The French make everything sound very sophisticated. He's an entrepreneur. He just wanted, the guy had wanted to buy $500, which he borrowed from his parents for, yeah. Someone is saying I was a serial killer in my past life. I have no kids, no family, no money in this one. And the person who is complaining, I've visited that apartment, beautiful, brand new apartment. The person is still younger compared to me, etc. Working in the real estate, which is booming, etc. So people are always going to be complaining because it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. If someone else, being in Canada or North America, we do so much amount of comparisons because we have the luxury and we buy into these things that, oh, I'm having a bad time, etc. The people who are really having a bad time, they don't really know because they are in the survival mode. So there is no place for depression in India, etc., where you just are fulfilling your duties. When you are a student, you are a student. You have to study so much. There's no time for pot and depression and all those things, etc. And you just don't have the luxury of those things. Out here, it's more privileged form, etc. So you're in a different spin. You have time for luxury. The rich kids have what is known as ennui, which means boredom of the rich, and you will even have a lot of criminal activities amongst the very rich people, let's say in California and Florida, etc. And you will even have tragic stories of their life. I think like there's an author called I think Bret Ellison Brest or something like that. Good author. He's the guy who wrote American Psycho about the depression of the rich kids in California. And you have so many. Supposing you are in California and your father is a huge star, and then you are always living in the shadows. So there are so many cases of suicides and not being able to show anything on the planet that, hey, I had my own identity. You're always going to be. People who had rich parents, etc., hate to be identified as, oh, I'm just the son at the end of their life, etc., of that guy. Everyone wants their own identities, etc. So I'm going to be explaining karma to you. Karma is a balancing act, but the way it is communicated makes everyone a prisoner of their past. So like this lady, I feel unhappy, I feel depressed, so I must have been a serial killer in the past. All those thoughts, they are valid, they come across, and everyone is thinking, oh, my life is so shitty, I should be having more. And probably I did something in the past life, that's why I'm feeling so shit. No, in this life you're doing the shittiest thing possible. Pardon, you're not appreciating your life, and that is, you are spitting on the face of your own life and saying, I want more means I'm not satisfied with what I have. And there is one place where you can be that. You are allowed, we are all allowed to be very uncomfortable with our spiritual status. But everything else, money, relationships, even health and everything, whatever it is, if we can't change it, means that's the blessing. But most people go into this pain. Oh, this life, I'm having such a tough life because last life I must have done something, and this is every life we have done something. Every life. And I'm going to give you a real-time example. I met in the last visit to Vancouver, a lady came in the morning so that no one, because she has her own group, so she didn't want to be recognized. She came and in the and she was around 40, looking 60s. And I asked her to pray with the classical Our Father in Heaven. She was like a local white female. So I asked her to, I guess that she was Christian, and I asked her to pray with this. But she was wearing all those shamanic things and the energy things and t-shirts of like the Indian, like not the Indian, but the local Indian, the habitat Indian. So, and she was white. So she did seem to be confused, but she immediately became angry. Why are you saying Christian prayers? And everyone who knows me, I use any prayer of belonging to the religion to the person with whom I'm interacting. And it irritated the hell. Why are you using this Christian prayers, etc.? Why don't you do just the golden light? You have energy, so just use. And I had to explain to her, and this is me at my softest. I explained to her, lady, you're 40. I'm 60, incidentally, almost. You're 40, you look like 60. And your heart is not smiling. So I am not inspired by you. If you were 60, you look like 40, and your heart was smiling, and you would not be serious, having this serious and greenness about you. If you will say, Tarun, I'd never use the prayers, etc. I just use light, and you feel like light, then I would be able to follow your example. And I looked her in the eye. I said, lady, you are 40 and you look 60. And I'll explain to you why is it like that. In the last life, you were a native Indian. You died with hatred for the white race. So in this life, you are born as white race. But because you have these karma and past life and very strong attachments, even though you're born white, you have become sort of shamanic and mixed up, neither here, neither there. Part of it is karma now. You died with hatred. So when we die with hatred, the balancing act of karma gives us a choice when we are being born. It's going to say, hey, dude, you hated these people. So you did not appreciate their culture. You negated out this whole race of people. So now you have the choice to go through the learning curve of belonging to these people. So if you want to be born for, and then you can, maybe you can even utilize it. When I'm going to be dying, maybe I'll try to have hatred of Americans and be born in America. Maybe you can even use it to a strategy. Why not? All this clarity which is flowing in the universe right now. If you can manipulate the situation, why not? But at the end of the life, your thought processes, what you have achieved, when you're going to sleep and when you're dying, you'll have similar thought process, because every day we are dying. Every day is our apocalypse. Every day we are rejuvenated like phoenix. And we have the right to let go of all the past karmas. And there is one trick to it. Maybe in the past lives, we have you and me, we are in this lecture together. Just because it's my voice is flowing through doesn't mean that this lecture is mine. Nothing. To me belongs nothing, just like to you belongs nothing. We are all dancing the same energy dance, and this clarity is flowing between us. It's like a ping pong ball. Going from me to you, you get something. Going from you to me in a silent way, and I get something. It's a mutual dance of escalating and elevating our thinking processes. And karma is something that is very badly understood. So most of the people think that karma is things that you did, and now you are forced to go through this life in this way. And that ends. First of all, you are not responsible for your karma, so you go around like this. Oh, it's all my karma. So you become passive. You become less because you're not able to change your karma. How can you change your karma? It's something done in the past. You can't go back in the past. So one, it makes you small. That first interpretation of karma. That, oh, karma are things in the past, and now you are born over. Okay, now you have to pay for your karma and all that. So it makes you a prisoner of the past. It makes you smaller because the control of life is given now to the past. Whatever you had done in the past, now you are paying for it. So that is karma. And it leads to a comfort zone for the rich people. Oh, I did something so good that now I have all these money and toys, etc. And the rich guys are going to, and this has happened in India. So it's not that I'm thinking here. And now the rich guys are going to be looking at the poor guys with a double, uh, I would say, condensation. Oh, you guys did shitty things, so now you are living in shit. Well, it's your karma. It's your karma. I must have done so many good things, so I'm having so much money and this, etc. So I did good things, you did bad things. So that's the balance. And again, it has elevated me artificially because I haven't done anything. Not in this life. Just having this point of view is making me look better in my own eyes and making you look, oh, you are the poor, so that is the status quo. And if it's based on your karma and my karma, then the balance is going to be retained. So you become even more smaller because now you accept the disparity in life. And then there is a third factor. The third factor of karma is, one, it makes you feel less because now the control of life was in the past life. Two, it gives you a point of view that makes you put down the others, and especially if there is economical or some disparity, you're going to be going around, oh, that's that person's karma, and this happens in India. But the third is that thinking of this boomerang, most of the time, you're going to be feeling very frustrated. You're going to be thinking, I also saw, for example, once in my life, I saw that someone was drunk and driving in a very irresponsible manner. And then suddenly I saw that that car had an accident. And for 3 seconds, I had what is known as shedding faith. Oh, that guy was driving madly. So it's good that he got an accident. For 3 seconds, I was like that. So it leads also that I'm here and you are there and this has happened to you. Very good. It's your karma. I did feel that. And maybe I'll feel it again. But the point is, I'm now detached from the other person. And now my soul is happy. Yes, there is a karma, there is a balance. But 99% of the times you will see stupid things happening, things which have got no rational on this planet. For example, those kids, those potheads buying $500 worth of crypto money, and then after a couple of years becoming millionaires. It's always going to be happening. Think of karma. Now, those are the three shortcomings. Now I'm going to give you how to manage your karma. The first way to manage your karma is right now in your heart. Send love to everyone unconditionally with full gratitude for whatever you have and whatever you don't have. In that way, we become desireless. Closing eyes. Eyes closed. To be free of this round of karma, this eternity of being reborn and born and payments and not payments. Of course, our current life is dictated by the past. In the past, we were kings and queens and rich men and poor men. And this life, we said, we are going to be like bungee jumpers, like Everest climbers, going to be living through an adventurous, tough time of COVID. We are going to acknowledge the beauty of the life in all its forms, even when COVID is happening, even when this is happening, that is happening. And that happens because whatever happens in the outside world is a boomerang effect of something in the past, which may be there, of course. But in my heart, I have the right to be reborn. The knowledge of karma frees me from the bonds of desire. All my lives or all my karmas, karma is also actions, all my karma, all my actions were dictated by my, I want more love, I want more money, I want more. To be free of these circles of being born again, because anytime we die, in our heart having, oh, I want more, or this, I should have done more, I could have done more. Those desires lead us back again and again to this planet. We are forever in this circle of born, death, born, death, born, death. But when we say, enough, my only desire is to serve the Lord with love. And the Lord is in everything and everyone, seen and unseen. Every incident, every person, everything that surrounds me is the Lord. And I serve it with golden rays from my heart. Giving, when a person is giving, you don't become, you let go of your feeling, I want more. Just give love from your heart unconditionally to a point where you become free. And to do that, we are going to be doing to become desireless. When I will say, oh, breathe in and have an explosion in your heart. We always do this exercise, but every time the intent is different, the context is different, and the effect will be different because the universe is changing. Me, I am changing, you are changing. The teachings remain the same, but everything else is changing. So the effect is always felt in a different way. And we have a person who is coming for the first time. So her name is MJ. So we will just pray for her. And she had a breakup 1 year and 5 months ago, 17 months ago, a breakup, and 3.5 years ago also. So two relationships, two breaks, and then 4 years ago, a loss and a lot of stress. So for these three events in her life, she prays for those events and we pray for her. 4 years ago, 4 years and 1 month ago, loss. 3 years ago, 2 years and 8, 9 months ago, almost around 3 years, a relationship issue, and then 8, 9 months ago also a relationship issue. It lasted. Both the breaks happened within 2 to 3 months of relationships going on and investments going on. All these things are from the past. We send love to you. You send love to the people. And when you were 27, there was a huge shakeup. At 31, you declared your freedom. So all these things are from the past and you let go. Om, everyone breathes in. Om. And the heart bursts as a nucleus. And then giving, you become desireless. The only desire is, may I serve the Lord in everything and everyone, past, present, and future, so that you become desireless. The cycle of karma started with your heart, which was golden and bright and loving and pure light, even before we had the body. The circle of karma started when you said, I want something. I want this feeling. I want this relationship. I want this toy, whatever the toy is. And that's how this world, it's called Maya, the illusion of this life, got hold of us, kept us a prisoner. And when we were born on this planet, then of course we started going through this ups and I want more, I want this, I want that, and then we have this. No, I want more relationship, I want more house, I want. Even people living in beautiful houses are depressed nowadays. They just don't appreciate. So first of all, appreciate the beauty of your life, without which there is no enlightenment. Understand that karma is your own actions coming back. But when we are getting ready to be born, we say, oh, I hated this person. May this person now be my father. Oh, I was always fighting with this lady. May she be my mother. Oh, I was always hating this thing. May I be that? So that I will have the learning. When you are inside a system, when you see the others as your hand and feet and you are part of the same community, Your hatred is not there. You understand. So that's why karma stops when we make our choices. I'm going to be born in this condition, with this passport, in this place, to these parents. We already pay off our debts. Now, having been born with this divine knowledge which is flowing through us, we become desireless. And when we are desireless, our heart heals first of all us, and then from our heart we send love to all the people who are having breast cancer right now, because it was first the heart that was in pain, then the breast, which was a reflection of the mother side, the feminine energy was stuck down, hidden anger at your partner, turned that into cancer. Cancer is basically what? Self-negation. And cancer can be a blessing. It's always going to be a blessing. It's either going to let you go of your attachment to this world, whether you want it or not. So it's a blessing. Cancer will also be lead you to depression, leading you to be seeing the world in a different way. And cancer is going to be a blessing because it's going to be teaching others. You're going to be, you become a teacher because you are, if you're working with it, then you are inspiring others. If you laugh or me laugh, what's the big deal? No big deal. But when a person with cancer smiles, it's a big deal for the whole of humanity. So have lots of love, respect for the people and for the disease also. And the cure is always the shining heart blessing others. Bless yourself and bless the people. And first 7 times, Om Namo Shivaya, breathe in, Om. From the heart, radiate love. Namo Shivaya, balance out. And dissolve in the ocean of golden love of your heart, connected to everything and everyone. Breathe in, Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Oh, see your life as being perfect. Acknowledge the beauty and perfection of your life. Namo, a heart instead of that is looking for love. A heart that is radiating love all over your body to everything and everyone. And now you are desireless. You are not in the I want. You are in the I'm giving love to everything and everyone unconditionally. Karma means that you are now desireless. So no karma can hook you up. No boomerang can hit you up. Except the boomerang, we have a body, we'll have to give it back. That is also karma. Oh, Namo. But we will give up our bodies when the moment comes, happily. May my death also be a blessing for others. May my breathing be a blessing for others. May all my acts, thoughts, whatever I do, whatever I don't do, be a blessing for others. And that desire to be a blessing and helping others makes your own desires. I want this, I want that, I want that type. Toy, I want more in my life. In my life, I don't have enough, so I'm feeling unhappy. I'm unhappy because there is someone who seems to be having more, less. All these things are gone. You are burning them in the fire of holy knowledge of the karma in your heart. And from the heart, bless all the women on the planet, all the feminine energy, all the mothers. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Breathe in so that you feel the blessings flowing through you. Om Namo Shiva. And just the intent, let my heart burn out all my past hooks of action reaction. I'm not afraid of any action, nor of any reaction, because actions are based on desires. I'm now a desireless angel of golden light. My only desire is to serve because that is my mission on this planet. Without this helping others with love, light, and laughter from your heart, whether you have millions, whether you have billions, whether you are a crypto billionaire, whether your life gave you a lot of money, whether it gave you no money, whether you live in your huge house, whether you don't live, doesn't matter. Those are secondary, tertiary things. The primary is that while you have your life, you appreciate it. Oh my God, I have a body, I have a heart with which I can bless all the feminine energy, irrespective of whether what had happened and not happened in the life. And now you're becoming desireless. You're becoming like the Mother Earth, supporting everything and everyone unconditioned. The mother doesn't say, oh, you are walking on me, now pay me this, now give me this, now give me love. It holds everyone with gravity. Now, when we send love to all the mother energy, the left side of us is totally balanced out and the right side of the brain. Our universe is our body when we are in a deep state of meditation. Now we send love to all the father figures. Om, breathe in, Om, Namo. Radiate love to all the male energy on the planet. And the right side is now balanced. And your left hemisphere and right hemisphere is also full of golden thoughts. Each and every thought in your head is only of love and of servicing. And you are free of the hook of desire. So you're free of the boomerangs of the karma. Your only desire is to fulfill your mission, spreading love with prayers. And prayers that light your heart and activate your heart as golden. Om Namo Shiva. Now from your heart, you become like the sun, burning for others. Becoming in this burning heart, there is no more karma of the past because now you're desireless. And if you want, you can see the desires of the past life desires you can see. I'm going to be listing Chi, wealth and easy life, Galia, health and relationship, Jean, fame and name, Katya, fame and abilities, Larissa, health and happy family, Lena, achievements, professional and spiritual, Magda, love and relationships, Marina, abilities and giving up to God, Natasha, relationships, Nicola, material success and relationship balance, Aksana, abilities and powers, Preeti, acknowledgements, Rita, harmony with family, with Shadi, harmony and family, Sweta, health and harmony and being a spreader of love for others, Sweta, just no gratitude in life at all. So that's your aim, to have gratitude. Tammy needs help in becoming emotionally free and balanced. Ven is looking for guidance. So a lot of these things are themes from your previous life that you are fulfilling on this life. And to fulfill them, all you need is to say in your heart, I don't need this. All I want is to be serving others unconditionally. Whether I get name, whether I get fame, whether I get good results, bad results, all results are from God, and all results are a part of the other people's karma. If they need to be healed, they will be healed. If they want to become teachers by having a cancer in their body, they will become teachers. Our job is to unconditionally, irrespective of karma, do everything, and then we become free of karma by becoming desireless. But we can see that everything, there are balances. That's the other way of looking at karma, flowing through lives. So sometimes people will think, oh, that paper person made money, but the moment he made money, he lost something. He may have lost spirituality, etc. So it can be, oh, spirituality, he wasn't really keen on it, etc. So this life, he gets hit with money, and then he loses spirituality. And when you have lost spirituality, you are living as a body, you can enjoy as an animal, but not as an angel. So this small group is creating the counterbalance of the whole world, which is becoming more and more irrational and animal-like. Only things for the body, only things for the money, only things to become famous. There are people who have become influencers and are acknowledged to be depressed. And people are so crazy. They look at these symmetrical featured people, their lives and their photographs. They follow them on the Instagram. And then if this person drinks Coke, then the other person also goes and drinks Coke. And today there was some article that Eric Clapton, such a talented musician, he said he's against active vaccine or something he doesn't appreciate it. But he's a musician who can sing and dance or sing. But that doesn't make him a genius of spirituality. The genius of spirituality, you have to find your own source by going to Bible, Gita, Quran. Go to the source with a pure heart, with a pure soul, and say to the book that you're planning to read, I want to read you, understand you, let this knowledge free me from my past. So that as of this second of this reading, I become not a master, but a slave of God, because God is inside everything and everyone. So I'm going to be serving. The whole of materialism is making every, I want to be a master of this, I want to be a master of that. And there are hidden laws. Some of them are karmic. In this life, when we were being born, we said we are going to be going on an adventure. We are going to be having less money, less relationships, less than we had in the last life. And we are going to be going through hardships, because an easy life is an insult to our souls. But having a tough life, living in the times of COVID and still serving, that is an achievement. So we bless COVID also. Everything that is a problem, we bless it, and then we elevate ourselves. We transcend anything that we bless. We transcend that. So bless everything and everyone. And now we are going to be doing a special magic trick. When I say Om Namo Shiva, we are going to be breathing in like the 3 people who are having breast cancer in Vancouver. So we will breathe in and out. We will pretend that we are these people. We are sharing their energy. We'll feel the pain in our left, or most of the time it's in the left part of the one has got right, the 2 have got left. So in their breast, we will feel the pain, and being connected, we will heal it with our breathing. And I'm going to be praying with the Mahamrityunjay mantra, the healing mantra from the scriptures. And the intent is, may I cross over the illusion of death. We are asking the God Shiva. God has many names. We are addressing the God who takes us to the infinity of love and service to others. Om Namo Shiva. Breathe in. Om Namo. Offer this as we are one body. Feel the pain of the 3 people that we are helping. Shiva, relax. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Go to the core of their anger, why this cancer started in them. Om Namo Shiva. And bless it. Om Namo Shiva. Om Triambakam Yajamani Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshemamratat. Om Triambakam Yajamani Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshemamratat. Om. Breathe in. Om Triambakam Yajame. Let it go to your heart. Sugandham Pushti Vardhanam Urvaruknan. Breathe out. Mrityur Mokshe Mahamrata. Radiating love, light, and laughter. Oh, sharing your body, sharing your energy, sharing your intent, sharing everything that you have and you don't have, becoming infinity of love, light, and laughter. Om Triambakam Yajamai. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshemamratat. Om Triambakam Yajamai. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshemamratat. Free yourself of all desires except the desire to serve. Fill your body with gratitude for all your pain and pleasure, for everything that you have felt and you have not felt, for everything you have and you don't have, for all your loss and profit, for all your gain and fame and loss of both, for all ups and for all downs. Pray and bless with gratitude for having the experience of this adventurous life in ups and downs, have and have nots. Everything from the world is illusory. Only your heart is infinite love. And the heart doesn't need anything except to serve, serve, serve. Om Trambakam Yajamani, Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam, Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshemamratahat. Om Trambakam Yajamani, Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam, Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshemamratahat. Om Trambakam Yajamani, Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam, Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshemamratahat. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya Larissa. Om Namo Shivaya Lina. Om Namo Shivaya Magda. Om Namo Shivaya Marina. Om Namo Shivaya Natasha. Om Namo Shivaya Nicole. Om Namo Shivaya Aksana. Om Namo Shivaya Preeti. Om Namo Shivaya Rita. Om Namo Shivaya Shadi. Om Namo Shivaya Sweta. Om Namo Shivaya Sweta. Om Namo Shivaya Tani. Om Namo Shivaya Ven. Om Namo Shivaya. All the angels seen and unseen. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So start practicing desirelessness, golden heart in your heart, so that you have no desires and you will be free of the karma. Some of all of you were told about the theme from your past life. Oh, we have Leela and Irina also. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And whenever you want to pray for sometimes for someone else, you can imagine that you are those people when we are connected via prayer, and you can pray for them and let go. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And thank them for the honor of being able to provide them with service. Because only a heart which has life and a heart in which there is service for others is worth it and is a rich, abundant heart. All other people are very poor. It may not look like it. It may say, oh, karma is so unbalanced. And look, that person has got money and he doesn't deserve. And that person is having such a beautiful life. No, you are the perfect ones. Vi savrshani, vi paluchili, zalatoyu, besenyu, znanie, katuria sobazdatat sek proshtika bidi perijivani staki. You are the lucky ones. You are the karmic ones who received the knowledge, the divine knowledge that frees from the past karma, so that you on this planet don't live for yourself, but only for the fulfillment of happiness of others. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Okay. Tomorrow,